Hey everyone, welcome back. So this section is just what we would normally do the interview, but instead of the interview, we're going to have fun today. We're going to have fun because Danny's back with me. Hey, Danny.
Hello, hello, hello.
And my buddy Caroline. Thanks for joining us, Caroline. Welcome back.
Thanks.
And then we all have some of our pets with us. Oh my gosh! Hi, lady.
Day. This is
oh my
Daisy.
gosh! Tell me about Daisy. We'll go around, and then you'll be
this
next.
Is show
Danny.
and tell.
This
is Daisy. She's an almost 3-year-old Bernedoodle.
Oh, lady.
She loves long walks on the beach, digging in the sand, and her favorite game is Spinny Bitey. It's where she spins and tries to, and then she has her own capoeira moves, which is very impressive.
That's awesome. And
so
recently,
she spins and hip chucks people.
What did you guys get for her recently that is hilarious?
Oh, what was the latest?
She's not small, and Jeff had it on.
Oh, yeah, we got Jeff a backpack. But yeah, you've seen those ads with the guy rollerblading, and he's got this backpack on, and then there's this like doodle in it. Just
yes,
happily smiling. That's basically Daisy. So Jeff got it. We put it on. We put Daisy in there, and he's like rocking around the house, making a pizza. Like he didn't want to take it off.
It was hilarious.
Daisy was so chill. Yeah,
the video was so funny. Are you?
We got to take her out on the bike soon.
I'm sure
is Charlie okay?
So much fun. He's just
Daisy was pretty cool.
Oh, he just had like a bellyache all day. And so I gave him a little bit of bellyache medicine. I'm so sorry.
Charlie.
I didn't mean to interrupt, Danny, because you were going to go next. But since I got Charlie here, this is my last little buddy of my 3 dogs. This is my last little buddy, Charlie. Charlie so Chappie McFella.
I love your names.
He's so he's got a bellyache today, and he's just like a sad man. Are you the saddest man in the world?
How do you know? How do you know his tummy hurts? How do you know?
He kept asking to go out, but then like he kept like straining, but like no poop was coming. You know, it's just like, and then he's just as constipated. And hi, can I check your gums? Can I check your photo? Okay, at least you're well enough to fight. Okay, forget it. He's well enough to fight. He's not that. You gonna be okay, mister? Oh yeah, you are.
That's a big yawn. He's at least comfortable in your arms, Diane.
He is my sweet little boy. He's not as big as Daisy. Oh my gosh, he's more of a Gracie size. Hi, mister, I love you. And he's a very the gentleman caller called him that's our secret name, by the way. Hey, Caroline.
Yes, I know.
You're like I'm not an idiot.
What does he think about it? What does the gentleman caller think about it?
Well, what is
about his nickname?
He thinks I don't know if he knows. I don't think he's been so busy the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think he stopped listening, which I'm not sure is a good sign. But no, he's really funny. But he calls Charlie a dreamer, which I think
that's right.
Yeah, the nicest way you could put.
It's like the most gentle name for him.
It is the most gentle way. All right. Okay, dreamer.
Is it because he just stares out the window or at the wall?
He's such a sensitive, nervous fellow. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's
he's a sweetie. Is that your mic, Diane?
Yeah, everything's a disaster. And by the way, I'm just going to show you. I'm only dressing like Mrs. Roper these days.
No, I actually like those colors on you. But what are you wearing?
Underwear.
Hold on.
Well, there's no like bra underwear, but like everything is like a.
Oh wow, nice! You look so comfortable, but it's so Florida. You're very Florida.
That is
Florida.
Very
very.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, Mrs. Roper. Anyone that wants to come by, come on by. But yeah, no, it's hilarious. Okay, so Danny, who have you got?
With me today, I have the wonderful, the fabulous, the gorgeous Gracie Lou Freebush.
Hi, Gracie Lou Freebush.
That's her English name. Her Spanish name is Gracielita Roberta Ramona Candelaria.
Is that what you call her when you're mad at her?
Exactly, yeah.
Is that the same thing? Just
she has like the middle name too.
The Spanish name, she knows that's how she's going to get attention, like positive attention. So when I call her that, she actually comes more often than when I just call her Gracie.
Are you serious?
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, because Because it's like my play name. I'm like, and she's like, like
I found a way.
Does it mean the same thing?
Okay.
No. So,
all right.
Yeah, Gracie Lou Freebush comes from Miss Congeniality, which is one of my favorite Sandra Bullock movies.
You know, that was like the first, like maybe the first or second audition I ever went on for the sidekick in there. You know, like
really?
Yeah.
Oh, the
that casting director's like, she's like, you don't play dumb well. Like, I guess that's a compliment.
I guess that's a compliment. Yeah. That's awesome.
That is hilarious. Wow.
So Miss Gracie.
And then the Spanish name just came as a result of me wanting to confuse people. So, what's her name? So,
which is pretty funny.
That's awesome that she knows you're in a good mood when you say that.
Yeah, and then our new puppy, who isn't with me right now, we named her Sammy, but part of it was in Miss Congeniality 2, Sandra Bullock has a bodyguard named Samantha Fuller. So we were
really?
like, okay, so then we have Gracie and Sammy, and it's
Sammy. Oh my gosh, is Sammy a big girl?
She's getting big. She's probably about 27 pounds now.
Oh wow!
Okay. So yeah, she started out. Like when we first got her, we were like, "Oh my God, Gracie is huge," because she was so little. You know, she was only 7 weeks when we got her. I think.
Oh my gosh,
so,
that's like isn't that like illegally early? Like that's like crazy.
Earlier than you're supposed
early.
to.
Yeah,
but, yeah. That's when we got her. And
did you know she was gonna get to that weight?
Well, okay, so she's half poodle, half miniature pinscher. So we were like, okay.
Could go either way.
Yeah, she could either stay really little or she could get like poodle sized.
And like what kind of poodle? Like that's the question too. Like standard poodle, toy poodle, teacup poodle. You know, like
True.
Yeah, it could be a lot of poodles.
I think it was a standard because we did see a picture of her and she's a big.
So like a pretty husky, like a
okay.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
My neighbor, I think I told you the story. And my neighbor, was like really wanting a dog, and she was asking, you know, she's like, come on, I just want one dog, and her husband was like, I don't think so, and she's like, oh, just a little one. So they agreed on a miniature Bernedoodle because they come in 3 sizes. They're like mini, medium, and large, and this dog just kept growing and growing and growing. And they're only supposed to get to maybe 20 some odd pounds. This dog is like 90 something pounds now.
Is this the dog you were telling me about?
Yes. Yeah.
That is amazing.
So sometimes you just never know.
Loves Daisy and is like, oh, I want to play. And like,
that's another one. Yeah. There's a
all these
dog.
massive dogs coming from?
I know.
You don't always think
it's just shrinking. Okay.
I think it's just really weird when like people in the city, like in New York, like have like a mastiff, you know, like a giant dog, like you're like, where do you put it?
Right.
I know.
What are you doing with it? You're riding it around the city? Like, is it a horse?
I have always wanted a Great Dane. I don't know why. Maybe Scooby-Doo had something to do with it.
They're pretty cool. Yeah. Great Danes are pretty cool. I got to spend like a New Year's vacation with a Great Dane that was adorable and really sweet, and they're usually
so sweet. Like the larger, I think the little dogs, they have the little Napoleon complex, right?
It's true.
So,
so
they tend to.
Our meanest one is our smallest. I'll definitely say that.
It's always the case.
She plays if barking at people, telling them to stop playing is a form of playing.
Oh my gosh, the Winnie,
just part of their charm.
Winnie, as you guys know, that went recently, that we crossed the Rainbow Bridge, man. She's the only one I ever had that was just not a nice person. But I loved her. I loved her so much.
Yeah. It's just part of their personality. You remember Bentley was like that too. He had this little snaggletooth. I had a Lhasa Apso with an underbite and this like little snaggletooth on the side and like a mustache, like a white mustache.
So funny.
But he hated men. For some reason,
he hated men, but he lived in Beverly Hills. Like he was a fancy.
He was this fancy little dog. No, he was amazing. If it weren't for Bentley, I never would have gotten Father Ted. Bentley was like the first of like everyone I knew to have like a dog. Like he was the first dog of everyone I knew. Like he was great, and like he was kind of the inspiration for Ruff Ruff and Meow, wasn't he? He was, yeah. My former business, yeah. He used to sleep with me, and I had to get some I had a new mattress. I got a new mattress that was higher than my old one, and wound up making a dog step for him to get up onto the bed, and that started the whole business.
Like a whole company
T-shirts.
that made for like a decade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
The original dog like clothing company, and like this Caroline's.
Aww.
Yeah. But I sold it. I almost did it 9 years ago.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Hey, if you get to the point where you can sell a company, then your company is doing good.
Yeah, good for you.
Because I know a lot of people who would love to sell their company.
I was getting to that point.
Does somebody want Westbury Media? Were you working about
it? I'll take $5. Anyone?
Going once, going twice, going $3. $5. $5. I think we just sold it.
$5. The man under the bridge.
The auctioneer, What it made in the back? No, man in front.
They're like, I'd rather have a sandwich, please.
Yeah. Okay, but while we're on the subject of animals, what's your favorite thing about the animals? Like, what's your favorite thing about your pets?
Can you see? There's that little nose.
Hi, pretty lady.
She has such luscious hair.
She does have luscious hair.
You see it blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
With our windows open.
I'm like, what conditioner does she use? I've
got a fan on like Beyonce no, I'm just kidding. It's just the window. It sounds cheesy, but it's just that unconditional love, right? It's just so pure. I mean, they're so happy to see you.
Oh my gosh,
she wiggles her whole body over to greet us. Isn't it right? Like she leans in and oh my god.
All I could think about is like after Father Ted died, which was like the worst. That was like the saddest day of my life. But the day that Ted died, all I could think about is like, I just want to go to heaven so I can be with my dog. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be a good enough person to go to heaven so I can be in the place where dogs go. Because, they go to the best part of heaven.
The best.
Because they're the best. And like, I just want to be good enough to go there so I can hang out with him for the rest of eternity. I love that guy. I miss him all the time. I miss Winnie too.
I know.
I think part of it is Charlie's just been really depressed since Winnie died.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He got so sad after Ted died. He was like in the hospital for it was brutal. He's a sensitive fellow.
I know my cat. I had a cat too, and 6 months after my dog passed away, she did, and it was like months after she would roam the halls with these low guttural meows, like the sound I've never heard coming out of an animal ever. Like this. I couldn't even, and she was just looking for him. She was just,
that's so sad.
So sad.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it's absolutely torturous that we don't live they don't live as long as we do.
Yeah. Don't listen, Daisy.
But
la 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 la. I'm holding your ears right now.
They're still worth it, though. Even with all the heartache, they're still so worth it. What about you, Danny? What's your favorite thing about animals? Le dogs.
Probably the fact that I can sing any song I want, no matter how awful it is, and they won't judge me for it.
They never judge.
Do they sing with you? Do they go, oh?
In my mind, they do. Oh, no.
Bentley,
that'd be awesome if you had like dog backup.
Bentley used to do that.
Really?
Yeah. You would go up to him and go, buddy, like, hi, buddy, hi, and then just kind of get him going, and buddy, and he'd be like, oh. I tried to do that with Daisy, but he was the Lhasa Apso / grumpy old man.
He's a snaggletooth, little
snaggletooth, grumpy old man.
Yeah, I know, like
Mr. Fancy Pants.
What is it? There's certain dogs that that are way more likely to howl.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like
Stacy will not.
I think Alaskan Malamutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pugs. I've seen
really?
Howling pug videos.
I feel so bad for
videos.
pugs.
Are there howling pug videos?
There are.
Or is there like a whole thing of howling pug videos? By the way,
yes.
I don't know if you guys knew this. It was news to me. There's like a whole thing about cats and cucumbers.
What?
Oh yeah.
Really? Okay,
Wait,
Danny knows. Caroline doesn't know.
Cucumbers.
What? Really?
Yeah. Cats cannot stand cucumbers.
Some cats,
they're terrified of them.
If you put it, because they think that it resembles a snake, like, and their instinct is like when they see a snake to like jump,
Is a zucchini a type of cucumber?
No, a zucchini is a type of squash, and a cucumber is a type of condom filled with water. That's what I always think when I'm eating one.
And what is a courgette?
A courgette?
Yeah.
A courgette is a zucchini
It's a
in
zucchini,
Europe.
right?
I have so many bug bites on my face, by the way. I just want you to enjoy that. That's why
I can't even see. You were talking about that last time.
They're so itchy. And they keep happening. So now I'm like, they're like ones. Are sets still going? They're ones that are like healing. They're ones that are healing, and then there are ones that are like new. Like there's one here that is seriously like I have a third cheek. It's like cheek 1, cheek 2, and then like a third cheek coming out of this cheek.
A third cheek growing out of your cheek.
Yeah,
it's a little mini cheek.
It is it's a mini cheek. You could draw like a little face on it, like
yeah,
here,
you
but
should.
It's very pronounced. And
I think you should do that next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably will. It's been a long day, but not long enough yet to not draw on my face.
Have you ever drawn on your chin? Like,
yeah,
and then turned upside down and made chin people? Yeah. I used to do that with Ronnie. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's
okay. And
so
you
funny.
just cover your nose down, so you like turn upside down. You put 2 eyes on your chin, and then you just
go for it.
Talk.
And
Clearly, I am not living correctly.
I'm so happy right now. It's
Danny, you have not lived until you've made a chin
let me
person.
Let me see if I can.
Oh no, is Diane going to do it?
I was going to see if
I wish this could translate for your.
Dang it! I wish you could I could screen lock this so I could.
Wait, is this being filmed, like videoed? Or
yeah.
Will you be able to?
But upside down.
Wait, is she still right side up?
We should do a whole podcast just as chin people.
Good. Right. Now I'm just like
you take direction very well, Diane. You just I'm gonna just do it now.
I'm just gonna.
But you have to sit upside down.
Oh, then you have to sit upside down, and their face is talking. Anyway, Tanny's like, that is like so.
Now we have to stare at your chin.
I love it.
Your eyes on your chin.
It's a little bit Maori. It's a little Maori. You know, like the Maori tattoos. Like,
well, you can make another person out of your cheek now.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
We're just gonna make you draw all over your face.
I'm gonna highlight. It's right here. This is right here. Right there. Oh.
Just in case we didn't see it earlier.
Okay, wait, that's a Sharpie. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you don't have an audition after. Is this permanent?
New York doesn't know what it's missing.
I know. Or maybe it does.
Wow.
I assume so.
That could have been interesting.
Oh, you got it off already.
All right. It's beautiful.
Yay.
Perfect. Back to normal.
That was
scared. I was like, wait, let me check the marker. And I'm like, that's not good. It's
that was
like
very fast cleanup, Diane. I'm very proud of you.
I'm scrubbing.
This is no one ever is like, what are you doing? And I'm always keep like rubbing alcohol, like in a pump dispenser.
Oh, wow.
Is that how you took that off?
Yeah. Because nothing else is going to work with that. Yeah.
Well,
look at
another
us.
use for
rubbing alcohol. Clean your electronics. Take ink off your face.
I'm so glad we mentioned rubbing alcohol because this episode is actually sponsored by rubbing alcohol.
Is that so?
Not any particular rubbing alcohol, just in general.
Generic rubbing alcohol.
Quick question.
It's great for everything except for drinking.
Well, what kind? So we're talking about like Puron, like isopropyl alcohol?
You know what's amazing about like if you do like 97% or higher concentration, you can actually dunk electronics in it and they'll be just fine.
Yeah, no, that's how you clean your electronics.
Yeah,
like you should always have alcohol in your house and you can clean everything.
You can always cleaning my phone after I come back from
you can clean like the
store.
your keyboard. You can clean anything with like a high percent. Usually like 90% or higher. Like rubbing alcohol is good to clean electronics. It's also good. You can use it in case of emergency. It's like a clean
pen on
fuel.
your face.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
That's
some permanent marker. You can do that. There's all kinds of goods. I love rubbing alcohol. I would love to be sponsored by rubbing alcohol.
Who do we reach out to? Who do I have to email?
I don't know. I even make my own Lysol here. If anyone wants the recipe. Hi, Daisy. It's this is the Hammam hippie Lysol that I make.
Nice.
But I actually write on it hippie Lysol.
Okay.
And it is 70% isopropyl alcohol, pure isopropyl alcohol, and then 30% water, and then you can put whatever scent you want in there, and there you go. Sanitizes everything. Way better than Lysol.
Did you start making that during like COVID lockdown 2020?
I started making my own cleaners and stuff years ago.
Okay.
Like when I was like up in the woods, like in between doing anything, when I was just like,
because you just couldn't be bothered getting in the car to go down
in the woods. No, because I started making all kinds of stuff because I was like, well, I have rainwater and lots of hardwood ash, and I got that. Like, and I was like, let me just see what I can make out of stuff.
All right.
So like, I tried to make soap, and then I'd make
there was
like
no
fragrances.
explosions or
I was gonna say you didn't by chance make
there's some minor fires. Minor fires, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And everyone, I would like make fragrance sets for everyone for like Christmas. So like I'd spend like forever thinking of like one friend. I was like, oh wow, like what was her favorite time of life? And it was like this time that she spent in Lucca in Italy. And I'm like, what does everything smell like in Lucca? It smells like rosemary, like a little cypress, and like some melon. You know, like that's what like the summer in Lucca smells like. So I made this like perfume, or like my friend Anna, I made her a scent called Jewish Easter, and like made the full complete collection from like a fragrance to like hand creams to hand sanitizer. This is long before COVID, right? And dryer sheets in Jewish Easter. That was fun. I love it.
I love your name, Jewish Easter.
Picking the name and the things were like always like the most fun. Like picking the fragrance, like really like working on it. Like best mate Aussie Ben. What was the name of his? And it was so good. But his is like eucalyptus and like dirt and some patchouli. He's a super hippie. Like it all worked out. Like it was the best. Like
some
and it
dirt.
actually smelled really good. It smelled really, really good.
I like patchouli.
Oh my gosh. His was called The One with Everything, based on this joke. This Aussie reporter was interviewing the Dalai Lama, and this reporter couldn't stop laughing. He's like, oh mate, you want to hear a joke to the Dalai Lama? And he's like, mate, he's like, again to the Dalai Lama, he's like, mate, he's like, all right. I ordered a pizza but I can't, he was like, I'll order a pizza. And
he's laughing at his own joke.
He was losing it. And he's like, what? Maybe it was like the Dalai Lama ordering a pizza. Anyway, and he's like, I'd like one with everything. One with like he kept like just laughing. It was like hilarious. He couldn't stop laughing at his own joke about being one with everything, but it was a pizza joke.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, it took me a second. Was the Dalai Lama? Was he like, well,
no,
he's
the
such
Dalai
a jolly.
Lama was exactly how you're reacting, and Danny's reacting like very sweetly, but with his glasses, and he's just like, I do not understand.
I don't understand.
And the reporter couldn't get out, but for some reason, Ben and I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. So I'm like, okay.
It makes it more funny because he's cracking up, and then no one else is. Yeah.
Like he's got probably 5 minutes with the Dalai Lama, and like he's spending the entire time laughing and telling a pizza joke about a Buddhist. You know, like,
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, so they're like, next.
Actually ask about becoming one with everything. Well, you got him there, you know, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That's a nice lead in. Right. Use your time wisely.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. And anyone have any closing thoughts about animals? I love pets, man.
Can I tell you guys a story?
Yeah.
Please.
Don't judge me. No, you're totally welcome to judge me.
No judgments.
As I mentioned a little while ago, my new camera came in today.
Oh yeah.
And I've been looking forward to this moment for like many years. I've always wanted to have a DSLR, and I finally have one. And so I was in the shower today, and I knew that the camera is coming any minute, and I have to sign for it, or like at some point today.
Wait.
I'm like halfway through shaving, and my dogs start barking all crazy. And I'm like,
sign someone to
delivery
the door.
guy's here.
Yeah.
So I jump out of the shower like a crazy person, and I'm running. I put on a towel, and I run to the front door because it had taken me a minute to recognize, like they're barking because someone's at the door. And by the time I get there, there's no delivery man. And so I was like, oh no, it's like I missed him, but I was like, I don't want to miss this delivery. So like a crazy person, I may have run out of my front door in a towel looking for the delivery person that, by the way, I only realized when I got back to my front door, never was actually there. Because my dogs are just those kinds of dogs.
They were just barking at something else.
At least you didn't run out naked and then the door slammed behind you and then like locked you out. I mean, it could have gotten a lot worse.
It could have been real. It could have been real crazy.
So.
It could have been real crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever been
your new neighbors moving in?
I've been locked out of hotel rooms naked, like my own hotel room. Like, which that's a long story.
Oh, like, wait, were you walking out to get ice?
So, like, I can't remember what I was going to get. Maybe it was just get the paper or something, and it was like a little too far away. You know, like whatever it was. Or
you're like holding the door open.
I
with
remember
your toe.
what it was. I remember like putting out my tray from room service, like you know, putting it outside so they can come and collect it. And then I was just like, "There's nobody here," and I'm like, "All right." And then I got locked out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, so how did you get back in? Were you?
I nudely, at least this was when I was like super good looking, so it was fine. It seemed like less horrible, like because I'd be less, like I would traumatize people less. Like they'd be like, she's pale, but like it's all working, you know. But like you know, something like now it'd be like, oh my god, good lord, what is that amorphous
you weren't
blob in the hallway?
Fully naked.
You know, I was fully naked.
So how did you get back?
So what did you do? Did you walk to the lobby?
No, I remember. No, I just called from the phone that was in the hallway by the elevators.
Oh, thank God there was a phone in the hall.
And then casually waited by my door, like
casually
lean against the wall.
Seriously?
Like, you know, like a casual.
Cross your legs and your arms.
Yep. Crossing everything. Just cover the nips, you know. Do what you can.
Who did they send up?
They just sent up. I'm trying to remember. I'm like trying to remember, like, who did come to the door?
Was it some svelte, or was it?
No,
like,
it was no one of note. You know, not in a mean way. Like if they're out there listening to the story, like I wasn't like, oh, you're insignificant, like that kind of note. But like it wasn't like a super hot guy or like they respectfully sent a young lady. You know, nothing. Like I remember none of that. I just remember. Yeah.
Okay. Well. I'm glad you made it through.
Me too.
Oh yeah,
that's a good story, Danny.
I appreciate too that.
Did you get you got your camera because you're using it right now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I appreciate that you're taking into account other people's propensity to experience trauma as well, because that's what I said whenever my roommate walked in on me taking a bath. But here's the thing that was weird about when he opened the door and I was bathing. I don't generally take baths, like baths. But, you know, I decided, like, my back was hurting. I wanted to dunk it.
Right.
And the problem is I'm 5'9" and my bathtub is probably about 5'4" or so.
Yeah.
So in order to get my back underwater,
your legs,
everything else has to hang out.
Yeah, something else had to be out of the water, and that's when he walks in.
What did you think you were doing?
I had no idea he even walked in on me.
He just
brought it up later?
Was he like, Daddy, don't do it! Don't do it!
I didn't know until after I got my head out of the water, and then I heard the other door close, and then I was like, wait a second, because we have like 2 doors to our bathroom, and I was like, wait a second. Yeah. And so I asked him afterwards, I was like, did you by chance walk? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, I apologize for any trauma work that you're going to need to do with your therapist.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
It was not a pretty sight.
Trying to do.
I'll say that.
This is what I was trying to do. Oh my gosh. Dan used to campaign, like Dan, like my favorite, like another one of my besties and my campaign manager. During the campaign, like I'd just be in the bathtub, like shaving while he'd just be sitting on the toilet, just talking to me the whole time, just about like, I mean, there was never like a lost moment. I was like, there are times that I'm like, there are things I need to shave. Like I need you to leave. Like you got
it's like,
talking about traumatizing for any gay man. Like, you need to go. Like you need to go before.
Now, was he sitting on the toilet with like the lid closed, just sitting there like closed?
He
like,
wasn't.
Or was he like?
He wasn't pooping. Like there was a line. There was definitely a boundary. Okay. It was a thin boundary.
I appreciate.
Diane, did you have bubbles? Were there bubbles involved?
Lots
so there was
bubbles.
A little bit of
a lot of bubbles.
You're painting a picture. Okay.
Yeah, there were a lot of bubbles, and he was sitting on a closed toilet. Like, can you imagine if he were just like taking a dump, like you're in the bath?
Yeah, that's okay.
Worst campaign
I don't know why that's
ever.
where my mind went. I just like imagine him with the newspaper, like, "Good morning."
Yeah,
and I'm just like shaving and talking to him, and he's like, "Could you shut up?" You know, trying to read the paper. Oh my god.
I've heard weirder things, and I do know that my mom and my aunt were very close growing up, and there were times where one of them would need to do their makeup and the other one needed to do something else. And
it's a limited number of bathrooms in the house. Like, you got to do what you got to do.
You do what
literally.
You gotta
do. Yeah. You just literally got to make do.
Like, do.
Just so it's not a stinker, you know? I could never. Like, I couldn't.
I don't think I could either.
Yeah, there'd be too much performance anxiety. Like, that's like, it wouldn't. I'd be like making sounds to cover up the splash. Like,
yeah.
You know, anything to try. Like, I do that now.
I do not understand people that can do that. Like,
I don't know, right?
I went on a date with a guy once, and he came over to my house.
Yeah. No, he did not take a dump in your house.
He took a dump in my. Can I use your restroom? I was like, sure. It's right here. It connects to my kitchen. There's a bathroom door. There's a refrigerator door. There's a bedroom door. All three make up
that seems unsanitary.
Edges of a hallway that was my kitchen. And I assume he's just gonna take a leak. We're gonna bounce out
like a normal person on a date. You don't like yeah.
This man proceeds to not only do a number two, but he leaves the door open.
What?
He leaves the door open.
That's getting super comfortable.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
He continues to talk. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh
my gosh.
He was
That's brutal.
He was from the Midwest. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
We'll have to ask if that's a thing.
That's so crazy.
I don't think that.
Yeah. That was it was definitely an event.
I should probably let my husband tell the story, but when we were first newly dating, we went down to San Diego for a little vacay. And did he tell you this story with the cauliflower? And I had no idea cauliflower affected him. So we're going to, those like funky restaurants. And I'm like, let's get the cauliflower steak. And then everything's like cauliflower. And, we're back, and I'm just, God, he kept saying, I'm going to go, I'm going to make a call, or I'm going to check in on my boys, or whatever, I'm like, God, he's such an attentive father.
Oh, it's so sweet.
So amazing.
And he's like going,
God, he really talks to them a lot. And so what he was doing was he was going down to the lobby and using, the restroom there. Anyway, so cut to like, it's kind of late at night, and then they close the restaurant because, it's in the city and whatever, and they don't. So he gets to go down there, and then he notices it's locked, and then he goes to the front desk, and he's like, hey, yeah, it's locked, can you open? He's like, oh, sorry, it's, this bathroom is just for hotel guests. And he's like, oh, well, I'm staying in the hotel. And the guy's looking at him like, well, why don't you just use your room? And my husband's like, well, it's kind of new, like, because we were just dating, and the guy's like, oh, okay. Like,
let me unlock it. Let me get it for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's always that moment. Like, I was like, maybe the gentleman caller's not that into me anymore because he's stopped listening to the podcast. So it's easy to talk about. No, just kidding with that one. But like
the one time,
but like he was very comfortable, like doing number two. Like,
I think some people are just,
they have no hang-ups.
They embrace it. Yeah.
Some people can can be on a first date.
Is he from the Midwest by any chance?
No, he's from Manhattan. Literally from Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
Born and raised in Manhattan. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So it's an interesting, like,
Diane, remember that time when you accidentally called or looped me into a three-way call, and I was not ready for that?
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry. On
Well,
FaceTime.
I was sitting on the toilet.
It was a visual.
I was like, no.
It was a visual. It was a
no,
visual.
but you couldn't see. It's like, right, you just saw my face and like that.
See you,
but I was like, I flipped it up and
couldn't figure out what was going on because it was immediately because it was a FaceTime call and and Caroline picked up and then all of a sudden you just no. And it was just a whoosh of like ceiling and
it
wall.
Was like, it was already on like an Instagram live, so people were like logging in. That's the thing, it wasn't it? Yeah, I was just like, and it was just my first time even understanding Instagram. I'm like, oh, is this what I do in order to like be one of those people to like watch her talk to someone else? And I'm like, wait, no, she doesn't talk to me till now. I'm not ready.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's hilarious.
So.
You should have just rolled with it.
I should have.
I'm just gonna roll with it.
Hey guys.
I'm gonna be like, hey, yeah, what's up? Excuse me. I'm gonna just turn the water on.
I'm gonna turn the water.
So I think my camera died. So I'm gonna call that.
Oh, you're frozen.
Your camera died, and we've already gone 40 minutes, and so we've been trying.
Perfect.
Danny and I've been trying to be very judicious about people's time.
Wonderful.
And limit it down. So any final thoughts, Caroline? I'm so glad you joined us today.
Thank you for letting me crash the party. It was fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Happy to be invited.
I love it. Well, it's true. The secondary party crasher.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
It runs in the family.
Know, oh my gosh, if anyone doesn't
that was
know,
a good set.
I was like, funny. Caroline has like an amazing book. Because tales of the unapologetic tales of the original party crasher.
Yes.
Is that
my mama was
did I get
the
it right?
original? You got it right.
And her mom was the original party, and it's an amazing book. So if you haven't had a chance to read it, you can buy it on Amazon and everywhere else. So it's great. I loved
Thanks,
it.
Chica. Yeah,
I loved it. And the audiobook version is coming out shortly.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, it takes a little more work than one thought, but yes.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us. And Danny's already
Danny's frozen with a smile. At least
he's gone.
Am I frozen with a smile?
You're frozen, but you have a smile. You're at least smiling. At least it's not like one of those like chompers or like you're in the middle of a word and then your eye like is half open and half closed. Yeah. At least it's not like that. You're frozen with a smile. No double chin. I think your eyes are closed.
Your eyes are definitely closed.
Your eyes are closed. Okay.
It's like you're sleep sitting and smiling.
A very happy smile.
Very happy.
Daisy
wants to say bye.
Bye, Daisy.
Looking up. Bye. Say bye, Daisy. Oh, there she is.
We love you. Oh my gosh. All right. Bye, Gracie.
All right. Bye.
Bye,
Puppers.
All right. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.
Yeah.